Aloha guys, it's Logan back with GoGo Rental. Today, we are at the busiest beach on Oahu, Waikiki Beach. Or do they call it Walls? Is it Kuhio? I'm not sure, but today we're gonna get all of that wrapped up for you guys, and we're gonna let you know where Waikiki Beach is, all the parts of Waikiki Beach, so by the time you get here, you're an expert. Okay, so before we get too far into it, let's make one very clear distinction. Waikiki and Waikiki Beach are two different things. So everything that you guys see behind me, all of those big buildings, that's gonna be Waikiki. Waikiki is basically a district of Honolulu that is surrounded by the ocean and the Aloha. Now, Waikiki Beach is a very specific beach in all of Waikiki. So there's other beaches in Waikiki that are not Waikiki Beach. We're gonna explain all this out. By the end of this, you'll definitely know exactly what I'm talking about. We are gonna start our tour of Waikiki Beach today. Where else but right in front of the Hilton. So as you guys can see behind me, that is the Rainbow Tower. You will oftentimes hear this spot referred to as, hey, I'm right by the Rainbow Tower. This is also the Hilton Lagoon. Very, very popular landmark. If you need to tell someone where you're at, you could also use this. Or you could call it what the beach is actually called, which right on this side of the sidewalk, we have Kahanamoku Beach. Now Kahanamoku Beach is gonna stretch starting right here, all the way up until the Hilton Port or the Hilton Pier. And then as soon as you get on the other side of the Hilton Pier, we are into Fort Derussy Beach Park and Fort Derussy Beach, which kind of stretches out all the way up until about the Halekoa Hotel. So that is the beginning segment of what we're looking at here. We have many more names to come. You guys might want to take notes. Right now we're cruising down the boardwalk. The boardwalk does stretch the entire length of Waikiki, which is gonna encompass Waikiki Beach, as well as all these other sub beaches, I guess if you wanna call them that connect to Waikiki Beach. The boardwalk is gonna start basically at the parking lot on the far west side of Waikiki Beach, and then it's gonna continue to extend all the way down to Walls, and actually continues to extend past Walls to Kaimana's Beach, but we're not gonna cover that today. We're just gonna stop at Queens Beach. Along the entire boardwalk, there's gonna be a lot of different places to stop and eat, maybe grab something to drink. There's gonna be restrooms along the way, showers, you name it, you're gonna find it right off of the boardwalk. So you really don't have to leave the beach all day. You can jump across the boardwalk, grab something to eat, right back onto the beach. We just made it past the Hilton Pier, so we're no longer at Kahanamoku Beach. Now, we're at Fort Derussy Beach Park and Fort Derussy Beach. Off to my left, we have Fort Derussy Beach Park. The reason why Fort Derussy Beach Park is kind of relevant is because it's the only beach park in Waikiki that comes right up to the beach. So if you're not trying to get sandy and you just want to relax, enjoy the view, Fort Derussy Beach Park is going to be the spot for you in Waikiki. We've just sort of reached the end of our first section of boardwalk. As you guys can see over my left shoulder, that rock wall thing right there, I didn't know what they're called and I wanted to sound smart on camera, so I looked it up. And they're called a groin, so we're not gonna call it that. We're gonna call them rock walls. So where you see that rock wall, that's essentially where the narrow boardwalk starts, and there's no beach on that side of the boardwalk. So where there's gonna be boardwalk, no beach, small kind beach, and then one more boardwalk, no beach in front of the Sheraton, and then we will be in the official Waikiki Beach. Let's go. Now we're going off-roading. Small kind detour. So the beach walk does sort of end, or detours back into Waikiki, but you can just take the beach and hop right back on the beach walk about at where the Sheraton starts. This is one of two really narrow stretches of boardwalk that, as you can see, has no beach this way. There is a railing to keep you safe, but it is super narrow, so you're not going to be squeezing a pack of people. It's best to stay single file. Otherwise, oncoming traffic, it's going to be a mess. We're talking like a 3-person pileup. So the Sheraton Beach Walk is closed right now, but we can just cut through the Sheraton, no problem. So the Sheraton Beach Walk is actually closed, and it looks like that might be like a permanent to semi-permanent closure just because there's a lot of erosion of sand. So the staircase was like hanging there. So until that gets fixed, I would just plan on that being closed. You can cut through the Sheraton. I'm not exactly sure how like kosher that is, but no one's gonna say anything. We're pretty much at the end of the boardwalk right now, or at least that skinny portion of the boardwalk. As soon as we get off here, we'll be on the official Waikiki Beach. Who's excited? I am. We are in the thick of it right now. This is Waikiki Beach. When we first started, I told you guys, this is the most crowded beach on Oahu for sure. Probably one of the most crowded anywhere, and you probably didn't believe me, but take a look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Now it is crowded, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's crowded because it is a great stretch of beach. There's a lot to do out here. The beach essentially starts right here at this pink hotel. That is the Royal Hawaiian, and then stretches all the way over until you basically get to the Duke statue, and that is where Kuhio Beach is gonna start. So why is this stretch of beach so busy? One, it's got the most heavily populated hotels right here. Two, there's restaurants right on the water, so who doesn't want to grab something to eat and be directly on the beach to nap it all off? We're gonna continue on a little bit further, guys, but this is Waikiki Beach right here, the official Waikiki Beach. There's absolutely a ton of places that you can rent beach chairs, tents. The downside of doing that is you're stuck in one spot all day. When the beach service company or the hotel decides that they're done letting you use it for the day, which is typically around 5 o'clock, you lose it. Or the alternative would be, come get a beach package from us. You'll still have your tent or your umbrella, as well as your beach chairs, and you can use them when you want and where you want for a fraction of the cost. So you don't have to listen to me, but I would. So we've reached a bit of a transition zone in between what is Waikiki Beach and what is going to be Kuhio. One very important landmark is going to be the Duke Kahanamoku statue. And that sort of marks what is Waikiki Beach and what is going to be Kuhio Beach. So as you guys can see on this side, this road right here is, and that's the main street that goes through Waikiki. So yeah, beach right here. It's the first time that you meet back up with. We are here on Walls, which is our last stop of the day. And it is a really, really good break between our last two beaches of the day. So if you look off to my left here, we have Kuhio Beach. The easiest way to know that it's Kuhio Beach is it has the breakwater walls that go all around. So no waves, great spot for the kiddos to swim. Now, off to my right, we have Queens Beach, and Queens Beach is gonna go between Walls and our next rock wall. You're gonna see a lot of people jumping off of the pier, jumping off of walls into the water. I'm not gonna recommend it unless you know what you're doing, because you can get hurt. These guys are gonna time the waves, they're gonna land where they're supposed to. I've definitely seen tourists get hurt before, jump in, dive, whatever, and they just smack the bottom. And it could be dangerous, very dangerous. So don't try it. Okay guys, it looks like our audio did not make it into this final clip. So what I am saying is Waikiki has a few different beaches. There are many landmarks to go off of, so you know exactly where you are. I hope this was helpful. Until next time, my name's Logan. This is GoGo Rental. Aloha.